You all might have seen this odd-looking fish in many cute videos, right? But what is it? Where does it live? And what is its connection to the ancient Aztecs? All your questions will be answered in this video about axolotl. Well, axolotl are not actually fishes. They belong to the amphibian family and are aquatic salamanders. They have gills as well as lungs, and can come to the surface to take a huge gulp of oxygen before going back in. But their history goes far back. The word axolotl comes from the ancient Aztecs who revered them, and translates to water dog. The axolotl has a mythological connection to Xochitl, which was a dog-headed Aztec god in mythology. Xochitl was the god of fire, lightning, deformities and death. According to myth, the Aztec gods needed to sacrifice themselves to the sun, to keep it alive and moving across the sky. However, Xochitl was fearful of being sacrificed and transformed into an axolotl to hide. We can't confirm this myth, but we can surely tell you is that the axolotl is an interesting creature indeed. Axolotls can regenerate their body parts. A number of amphibians and fish are capable of regenerating tails and limbs, but axolotls take this ability up a notch by regenerating jaws, spinal cords, skin, ovary and lung tissue, and even portions of their hearts and brains. And that too with the right size and orientation. It is even believed that an axolotl can continue to regenerate throughout its life. But some studies have shown that axolotl can regrow the same limb only up to 5 times. Then it stops. Scientists discovered that by the 5th time, few limbs could regrow to their previous potential, and instead scar tissue started to form. But 5 times is still impressive indeed. They are also over 1,000 times more resistant to cancer than mammals. Axolotls are only found in Mexico and nowhere else in the world. In the wild, axolotls are most commonly brown or black with specks of gold or olive. Like other salamanders, they can also adjust their color to better camouflage with their surroundings. The lighter-colored mostly pictured ones are usually bred in captivity. The axolotls are carnivorous. They eat everything from fish and worms to insects and crustaceans. They aren't especially picky and will eat meat that is dead or alive. In captivity, they frequently eat brine shrimp, earthworms, and more. Young axolotls, and those with an inadequate food supply, can be cannibalistic, biting off an appendage of a nearby family member. However, fortunately, thanks to their regenerating ability, the injured axolotl can easily grow back the severed body part. One more rather interesting fact about them is that axolotls are neotenic creatures, meaning they achieve sexual maturity without losing any of their baby features. This also means that their teeth never develop and that they must rely on a suction method to consume food. Being a bottom dweller, they usually get gravel into their mouths while feeding, but that's not a bad thing, as these creatures use the gravel to compensate for their lack of teeth and use them to grind their food. Furthermore, gravel also help them to sometimes maintain their buoyancy. But sometimes, gravels can be bad for them and hurt them. Guess it's just easier to have teeth? There's also a reason for their cheerful appearance. Sometimes, when eating, their mouths remain open for a few seconds after swallowing, which can make them look like they're smiling. Apologies to the people who were planning to buy them just for their good vibes. But don't get your hopes down yet, we will give you another even better reason to get one. Axolotls are critically endangered species, and a 2009 survey suggested there are fewer than 1,200 axolotls in the Xochimilco Lake, which is their only current wild habitat. It was so bad that scientists estimated their population had dwindled by 90%. In 2015 they were pronounced extinct in the wild, but then one was found a few weeks later. Their habitat is in severe decline due to development, pollution, and invasive species such as carp and tilapia. So, making one a pet might just ensure life for one more member of this odd, yet beautiful species. That's it for today's video. Tell us about your favorite axolotl fact and why you love them as much as we do. Subscribe for more wildlife content and don't forget to like. And as always, thanks for watching.